There it is.
There it is. The launch sequence has started, my friends. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club. We'll see if Gen Z gets her timing right. When are we going to start, Jen? Right about when?
Now.
Perfect. Great job.
Right on the downbeat. Right on the downbeat.
You a cheer,
Steve, I have to tell
know.
you, man. I listen since knowing you. I listen to music different. I remember you telling me about it, that it's in the pocket.
Yep.
Like I hear that now. And
Well, Jen was in the pocket today.
Yeah, she was, and that's what made me think about it. Jen was definitely in the pocket.
Indeed.
See, Frank, I always wondered, like, you go to concerts and you see that thing in their ear.
Yep.
Yeah.
You wonder, what are they hearing? Like, what's going on?
The mix. It's an in-ear monitor.
They're hearing a click track. They're hearing.
And now
people
I know
talk
what it
to
is.
them.
Yeah.
They're hearing.
Track.
Yeah, just
I have
their
to wear.
parts.
I have to wear a click track headphone every night I play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
Never
church,
knew
we
that.
did that, and I loved it. I love the in-ears.
I always thought it was
Great.
somebody off stage, I don't know, giving them.
There,
Well, now
that
it's
is
all,
in there.
It's all in Ableton and stuff. So right now it's built into the sequence. So they just hit go on the computer and it says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they'll hear a click track.
Yeah.
You don't hear a front of the house mix in your ears. You hear click and people talking and parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you will have producers in there saying, "Okay, we're going to go to the verse now," or because, for churches especially, because they might, feel led to let's keep going and let's change to the chorus now and let's do instrumental only. So you will have someone sometimes in your ear telling you what to do as it comes up. So it's pretty cool.
Lots of
Being
fun.
offbeat, singing off key, and listening to people, I couldn't do all three of those things at the same time. That's too much for me.
Shut him down.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Well, good morning, everybody. See, the chat's already kind of lighting up. Snowing where? In Fort Erie. Where's Fort Erie? Oh, that's up in Canada, huh? Somewhere.
But it's
in the
hot
Michigan,
down here. I
Great
drove
Lakes.
from I was in North Carolina for Thanksgiving, and I spent all day yesterday driving back, and it was cold up there. And dude, I got here, and it was hot.
Like when you say hot, what was it?
I went on my bike ride this morning wearing a long sleeve T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was wishing I'd worn a short sleeve.
Short
t-shirt.
sleeves.
Yeah.
God, man, so different across the country.
I
We
know.
have been in the 40s forever. And just yesterday, it went to 50, like 53. And it was just like, and the sun actually popped out. It's been overcast in 40s for days and days and days out here. It's just cold. Just kind of get to your bones cold. You know what I mean?
Joanne's right on the other side of the bay from me. She says it's 71, but it felt, I don't know, it's very humid, today. So it's not feeling a lot like Christmas. That's all I'm saying. It was a little warm, Dude, I went up there, saw actual fall. It was really cool. So
Yeah, up in the Carolinas for sure.
I'll take 71 all day long.
I hear,
Absolutely.
I'm sitting here complaining when I was up there. It was cold. Like I was trying to go out. I was going instead of going for my bike ride, I was going out for a walk every morning, and I had to wear gloves and stuff. And it's like, what is this? So
Yeah,
See any
very
wild
different.
turkeys?
Anyway.
Someone just said it was 44 in Arizona. See, chilly in the morning still.
Wow.
Well, it's 17 here, and we have a foot of snow. So
We're 17.
You have a foot of snow?
yeah, we got it Saturday into Sunday, and then probably a couple more inches last night.
Wow.
17. Sue Moody's at 17 for Sue Moody, too. 18
Yes,
Wow.
Sue's in Michigan
in
too.
Chicago. That's cold.
It is.
That's definitely don't ride a motorcycle weather.
No.
Yeah.
You ever been snowmobiling, Frank?
No.
Dude, Frank, we
Fun,
need to do
huh?
that, man. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
So we fly into Cadillac, Michigan,
Yeah.
and dude, they have roads there, like but it's snowmobiles only. But I swear, you go from one town to the next, and they have little stores, and it's snowmobiles. It's so weird. It's like
That would be super cool.
it's very, very, and dude, about every, I don't know, 10, 15 miles, they have like rest areas.
Yeah.
And you pull over in this area, and there's a little circle there, and they got a fire going, and there's chairs around it. And,
Warm up a little, take a little rest.
Yeah, it's really, and if there's not a fire, there's like bales of hay with wood, and you just start I don't know who stocks it, but you just start I'm assuming that's what we did anyway. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It was on some farmer's yard. But dude, there's eggs cooking on the skillet. We just ate,
Wow.
It was really, really, really fascinating.
Are those all 2 strokes still? The snowmobiles?
Oh,
I don't think so. No,
they're
no.
4 strokers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They used to be 2 strokers in the day.
Yeah. No, they're super fast, and they're very. It's. I thought it was going to be freezing, but you get these suits, and it's actually pretty cool.
They have some wind protection too, right? Some wind screens. And
yeah,
stuff,
it was pretty cool, man. So we need to go
do
do
like
that.
hundreds of miles a day.
Oh yeah.
Your snowmobiles just going through all the trails.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm originally from New Hampshire, and people would come up and go all the way to Canada. You just go through. There's no one stopping you at the border because there are separate trails that go through.
All the maple syrup you can carry.
Smuggling it across the border.
Great. All right. Well, hey, we are going to have Kelly talk to us about SBA loans. Interesting loan product. I think a lot of us don't know really what's going on there, how they work, what you can do, how you can even make money with it. So making money, good thing, right, Carl? Might as well find another way to make some money, right?
You might as well. I mean, if you're going to work, you might as well.
Might as well. Yeah, that kind of a thing. Before we get into that, though, Gen Z, let's go ahead and talk about what do we got? We got a couple announcements we got to make. 2 right now. What do we got?
So tomorrow we have Carl's masterclass.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the FSBO stuff. Really, really good stuff. And that is open to everybody.
So that's wide open.
Yep. And so you're right. I'll put the link in the chat now. It's carlmasterclass.com.
Okay. carlmasterclass.com. Kristen,
it's really
23
cool.
days.
It'll be a good use of your time. For members, I've already got everything up recorded on the site. You can go watch it there. If you're not a member, this will definitely be worth your time. It's the results we're seeing from this is really, really, really sharp, and it's really good stuff. It's like I called it a realtor magnet. I know that sounds kind of whatever internet-ish, but it really is. It's amazing what that's doing. I find when you Steve, you've taught me this, when you give people honor, or another way of saying it, stroke their ego. It's amazing how that can attract people to work with you. So, and they're deserving of having the ego stroked, because they're the top producers. It's really, really sharp. It'll be a good use of your time.
Yeah. Good. So that's at noon Eastern. So
noon Eastern.
Not
and
the
we
normal.
We are not recording it, by the way. So there will not be a recording to go out. So
get in and bring your notepad.
John just posted in the chat, batting 1,000 with realtors with the FSBO program.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Really?
I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy good.
Batting at that. John, can you unmute just real quick, and then we'll move on. We got just a couple minutes, no problem. So, all right, John, where are you?
I'm here.
So batting 1,000.
Yeah, 2 for 2, but still.
It's batting 1,000.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
Yeah. They like it. One of the guys, and I've been trying to get business out of this guy forever, and I haven't. I actually grew up with him, and he calls FSBOs all the time. He actually pays like his administrative assistants to bring him FSBOs numbers and addresses, and he dials for dollars. And I asked him, I said, well, what do you do when it's a no or it's a we'll see? And he's like, well, I just keep calling him every once in a while. And I said, well, maybe we share this book. And he really liked the idea. So
and he said, okay.
Again, Thursday to see what his success has been, with talking to the FSBOs and sharing this with him. So I can let you know next week how
that's going to be killer. Yeah, that's so cool, because I know, Carl, you obviously you've got this in your master class, but man, you start talking to a FSBO. Hey, they're moving. They need a mortgage. Right.
And only 11%. I was a little surprised by this number. Only 11% of FSBOs sell without an agent. Only 11.
That's really low. Yeah.
So if you can help realtors have communication with these FSBOs, and it not cost anybody anything, it's really good. I in the studies that I read, that the FSBOs end up listing with whoever was helping them beforehand. And it's the old demonstrate you can help them by, actually helping them.
Yeah, here's the blueprint. Yeah.
And frankly, just like what we do here on the Breakfast Club, right? It's no surprise what we do here, right? We're looking for people to, get into MoveTube and the CRM
Yeah.
And the marketing animals and all the different things we're doing, right? It's no secret what we do here, but we demonstrate we can help by actually helping. And
Cool.
it's a great way to do business. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Okay, 12 noon today, carlmasterclass.com.
No, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, get all the goods there. But today, you can certainly get the 2026 business plan, the one-page business plan that we do every single year. Can we get that link in there? There it is. It's businessplanlo.com. Businessplanlo. Just go ahead and put your info in, push the button, get the business plan, instructions on how to get it all together. It's absolutely fabulous. If you haven't done it, you got to do it. So,
can I share
businessplanlo.com. The link is in
Can I share one story just real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, I need
Absolutely.
I need to get permission here first. Hey, Sharon, are you here?
She is. She gave you a thumbs up.
Hey, is it okay? Just give me a thumbs up, or is it okay if I share one of the? Okay. So in our accountability group, where really the bottom line is how much money you're saving, right? That's really kind of how many leads and meetings, and and that's all. It all leads to the final production. Get this, she just sent over, she's in our accountability group. So she saved last month $22,000 just for the month.
Nice.
$22,000. And then Scott Krumride is right on her butt at $15,000 for the month. That's what they saved. That's not what they made. That's what they
saved. Yeah.
And we're finding that when you do this open reporting like this, you don't want to show up and say, I didn't do anything, right? I mean, nobody's going to make fun of you or anything. It's just your own self. You go, hey, I want to step up to the plate, because, hey, we're playing golf and keeping score, and everybody sees my score. Not that anybody's making fun of me or anything, but just it's amazing on how this is working out extremely well. So good for you, Sharon.
Yeah, excellent. Great stuff. Love it. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. All right. Well, hey, let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's program. It's going to be really fun. We're going to bring on Kelly Dutton from One Click. I wanted to bring her on. Kelly, of course, has been introduced to Breakfast Club, and many of you have already started to engage with Kelly and get some help from her on, the weird stuff, the commercial stuff like that. And we were talking yesterday, I think, right, Kelly? First of the month. Yeah, we touched base and you were saying, man, you just won't believe the number of SBA loans that we've got going right now. And we decided, that would be a good thing to talk about, because SBA, it's a product that's out there. Anybody on this call can make money by referring them, right? There's no issues there. But I think SBA is kind of a little bit of a mystery, because there's two different kinds. Some people don't even know that, but there's a couple different kinds, and they cover different items. And, and plus, Kelly, a lot of people hear, the horror stories, like they never go through, they never close, they take 6 months and then they die and all that. But I figured we just have a conversation about it. And before we start chatting with Kelly about it, go ahead and throw in the chat. Have you ever done an SBA loan? Have you ever closed an SBA loan? Or are you SBA curious? Right? Are you interested in learning, I think after today, when we get a little bit of knowledge about them, it's kind of like, old thing. What do we call that, Carl? Where the reticular activator or whatever, when you buy a blue Subaru, then you see every blue Subaru on the road. Yeah. Magically, so it's kind of like that. When you kind of learn about SBA and then you kind of know what they are, then all of a sudden you'll start to realize, oh, that might be an SBA deal. That might be, they might be able to do that. And so there could be some extra money in your pocket. So Kelly, tell us about them. Tell us first of all, let's start with this. Who's the right customer for an SBA loan? Like, who does it suit?
Well, just the SBA customer is going to be the customer that it's two customers. It's going to be the new customer and it's going to be the established customer, depending on which direction you go. It's going to cover you though for all the people that are out there that want to get involved and want to do a business loan that don't have a lot of money down, and getting over the horror stories of how long an SBA loan can take, and or if you can get them done. They're scary because they have so much paperwork involved. I think that's the biggest thing in the rumors that you hear when you go out or you're talking with somebody, you meet them for a beer or something, and they're like, I could have done this SBA thing, but it could take me 6 months. And that's why they fall off later on. If you can deal with the SBA and get the knowledge and your packaging and all your paperwork together, they're actually not, they're 15 days longer than a normal loan, perhaps. And they cover you with less down payment. So they open up the world to so many more people that would be capable of lending that can't go out there and do traditional loans or DSCRs and things like that with 30% down. So they start at 10% down, and then depending on specialties, they can go on down payment on up. So like Frank said, there's two different ones. There's a SBA 7A. That's going to be for your acquisitions, your smaller loans, not necessarily long term, but those are to get you started. So if you think you're at a restaurant and you go to this restaurant all the time and they talk to you and they want to expand their restaurant, or they're going to buy another one, 20 miles down the road, that's going to be your SBA 7A customer. A 504 customer is going to be your long-term customer. They've been in business for a long time, a little bit more girth to the loan, long-term, and it's going to involve real estate, large equipment that they can put on the assets. A lot of people get scared with SBA because they'll attach to real estate. So they don't always have to attach to real estate.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So if there's let's say somebody want to buy a car wash, there's somebody selling a car wash, right? And it includes the building or the structure, the real estate, and the business itself, right? So SBA could be used to do that, right? And so
that would be SBA.
Pardon?
That would be an SBA 7A, assuming that you're not going to acquire the real estate with you. You'll get the building, but you're going to lease your building. Is that where you're going on that?
No, like if the person selling the car wash was going to sell the building and the business, wants to sell the whole package.
The whole package is probably going to go 504. It can go 7A, but 504 is going to be your lower interest rate of the SBAs. So if we can go 504, we want to go 504 on them. So
how do you make that decision? Is it just got to have experience? Like in my case, I would just send them to you. And then is it just based on your experience, or is there guidelines that are going to push them into what they're going to do?
There's guidelines and there's specialty. A 7A is going to go more for your, like a car wash is going to be more of a specialty case. It's not, restaurants are most likely going to fall under 7A. Acquisitions are going to fall more on your 7A. If you're buying a car wash and you have 3 car washes within a 100-mile radius, you'll probably be looking at a 504, because you can 504 is going to make you document your pro forma, and you can do the pro forma based on your reputation of the other 2 stores you're holding. So that's
like if I own the other 2 stores.
Yes.
So if I already own a similar business and I want to expand, I want to buy another one, then I would probably you would direct them to go 504, and I could use what you said, pro forma. In other words, because I have the experience with my other businesses, I know what I'm doing. So now I can say, hey, I want to buy this business, but I believe I can increase its revenue based on these things that I'm going to do.
Because you can prove it. You can prove that you have the history of performing on it. The 504 is also going to have a little bit more girth. Let's just say you have a $250,000 restaurant acquisition, which is going to go under a 7A. Your 504 isn't going to be real interested in dealing with anything under 500,000. It's going to be closer to $1 million on a 504.
Okay. And so and then the other thing is like you brought up the example, favorite restaurant, I know the owners. they want to buy another restaurant business, they could buy that other business, but even if that other restaurant is leasing the space that they're operating out of, they can still just buy the business.
That's correct. And that's where it's going to be a 7A. So an acquisition, 90%, and unless it's an acquisition with land, but if it's just an acquisition and you're going to go in and do a running business that's running out of a building that leases that building and you want to buy it and it's a successful building, you're going to buy the business on a 7A, no real estate involved.
Dave is asking, what if I own a mortgage company and I want to buy a title company? Is that considered a similar business? Title company is about $1 million to buy.
No. So SBA, so mortgage companies usually that's not really a loan that falls under commercial, believe it or not. They won't, you could, so if you go and buy the building as a mortgage company, yes. If your title company though, and your mortgage company will not, it will show that you have that you have history and knowing what you're doing. So that would help you with the SBA. But it doesn't necessarily, you could go buy it. You and I could go out and buy a title agency.
Business.
Yes.
Okay.
You don't necessarily need you don't always have to have the reputation of because I'm a realtor, I know title.
So in David's case, I mean, if the title company is selling their business, as long as he's got the credit and the money and whatever, he could apply for that and try and pick it up.
Right. And the thing with SBA is you're going to walk into your bank. Your customer is going to walk into the bank and the banks can handle SBA. But however, you're not going to fall into the round hole, trying to fit that square peg in it. Not going to fall into the category 90% of the time on the bank. The reason why you would call a broker such as myself is you would call because you would want to get paid on it. A bank will not pay on SBA. You have a broker, you can get paid. I can get you money. And they understand when I'm coming in with a deal that they're going to pay a fee, and they'll work those fees into the deal. And you're allowed to collect an amount outside the deal. However, you are monitored on what you're allowed to collect from the SBA
funding source.
Yeah.
So that's I remember that there was you could basically working with an SBA lender, like go to you work with an SBA lender, they will build into it the fee that you want. Right. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's correct. So they'll usually let you hold. Usually it's 1% on their side and 1% on your side. So a point and a point. And then if you're in with them, you can say we charge 2 points. They're like, we'll let you charge your other point on the outside. But it's going to be a deal where you come in and go, I already signed an agreement. This guy's paying 3, unless you sign an agreement on the outside of the deal with your customer that they're going to pay 3 points or something. You're not going to, that's not going to be negotiated into an SBA deal. It's controlled by the government. So you don't really want to do I want to get you money. I don't want to get you money that you're never going to go get an SBA loan again, though. I don't want to get us knocked out of the system.
Yeah. A couple other questions. What's the amortization on these loans?
So 25 years, I just have seen them. They just rewrote in June of 2024. They rewrote the SBA rules. So some of them are it's 25-year amortization. They've gone up to 30. And I just saw a 33-year amortization with days ago. So, so I think maybe with what's going on in the government and now that we've been closed, the SBA got cut off when the government was closed. I think maybe with the mortgage industry going up to this 50-year, maybe I know that with the administration, they're trying to put more money towards SBA, like, so you can borrow more than the 5 million. And then that you can, they might be lengthening those terms a little bit for long-term lending.
So Glenn is saying, assuming most SBA loans are adjustable with a 3 or 5 year arm, is that true?
Once in a blue moon, I personally have not done an adjustable SBA loan.
Okay. I guess he's saying if you did, then if the client has a current SBA, how would I help them understand the reason for refinancing if they have a balloon? Speaking with my physical therapist and heard something like this. Um, Glenn, maybe you could unmute and ask that more clearly. I'm not sure I get what you're saying there.
Yeah, I was actually talking to, he's a friend of mine, and he does have an SBA loan, and that his loan was becoming due.
Okay.
And I said, okay, are you thinking about selling it or refinancing? He said, well, I'm not sure. I would like to potentially keep it if the numbers make sense. So I was like, okay, so it sounds like you do have a balloon. So what, I mean, I just heard that there's a 25-year AM. Is that a better product then than doing a balloon? Because I don't know how he got put into that.
Well, the SBA is on a 25-year AM. So I'm assuming he would probably be a 7A if that's the case.
It was like $1 million.
So, well, he's going to have to, if it's coming up, it's going to have to be refinanced. So the SBA protects the SBA lender. So they will look at that and adjust him. The big thing is if he's had that SBA loan for a while, he probably has a really low rate, and the SBA is reluctant to refi you on a higher rate. So in other words, so the SBA will refinance you if it's a balloon, or if they can lower your rate for you. They're all about helping the small business person. They're about protecting you, and they want you to make money.
Yeah, and he did say that his rate was, I believe it was in the 4s. So I was like, okay, is there any way you can extend that, keep it? I mean, why would you want to get into a 6% or 7 or whatever it is today?
Well, so that's exactly right. So I would call, I would, if you want to refer to me, I would call me up, I need a little bit more information, and I'll call SBA for you and find out what's the direction to go on that. That's going to behoove the customer, honestly. I mean, whichever way.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. If I could give him something that wouldn't cost him any money, that'd be great.
Right. It's going to cost him a little bit of money because he's going to refi, and there's going to be a point, a point or two on there. But that's how I pay you. So, and it's a lot of work. The SBA is a lot of work, but on that refi, that's going to set them up for long term. And like you said, I need to know what is the rate that he signed at. That's going to be the magic clue of if your customer is going to want to stay in or sell.
Okay. Thank you so much.
I put a link in there, workwithoneclick.com. If you fill that out, there's a radial button that you click saying, I got something I need help with right now. If you fill it out, click that button, that will go to Kelly's email, and she'll know, okay, you need help right now. So it's workwithoneclick.com. Let me rapid fire some questions here. We just got a few minutes, and answer them as quick as you can, Kelly. Okay.
Sure.
Is a 7A always without real estate?
Not always, but most likely.
Okay. Do I need to be licensed if I have a guy I'm in California, somebody's in Arizona, do I got to be licensed in Arizona to do an SBA?
No, no, I'm a broker. So I'll use somebody that's in Arizona with a brick and mortar.
Yeah. And they don't have that restriction because these are business loans. These are not RESPA loans. These are business loans. Okay. Let's see. How does the experience or inexperience work for an owner operator? Is that if they're, hey, I've never owned a pizza restaurant before, but I'm going to get one now. It's been my dream. Can I do it?
So SBA is really big on teaching you how to do this. You're going to make a business plan, and you're going to need performers. You're going to take the company that you're buying, and you're going to see, they're going to want to see how they're making money. And they're probably going to ask you to keep some management for the owners on for a certain
time.
Mm-hmm. That's a gray area. It doesn't mean they have to be in your business making pizza with you every day. But basically, the owners are saying when they sell that they're going to stay there and mentor you through a year to 2 years of that time period as you move into owning the business, assuming they're buying a successful business. SBA is not going to help you if it's not a successful business.
So then I would ask, okay, let's say there's a business that was a pizza a pizza shop. They went out of business. But the building is still there. It has all the pizza making, infrastructure in there. I've never run a pizza shop before, but I'd like to buy that building and start making pizza. Is that something I can do or no?
It is something you can do. There's some technicalities to it. And again, it's going to require a business plan. We just helped a guy, no business, buying a bar, has no business in it. He wanted to buy from the company that was failing. We told him, hey, don't buy, let the company fail, go in and buy after the company fails, because you'll get all that stuff's going to be for pennies on the dollar compared to going in. And you don't want to assume any debt from the old buyer if it's not succeeding.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Good. Yep, it does. What's really making a lot of sense is to talk to you about any transaction that I get, just to make sure where I'm at and what you think is the best idea. Current rates. Hey, just as a reminder, if you're enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube, you can catch our live shows. The live shows are really cool because there's oftentimes downloads and giveaways. It's really, really fun. To subscribe, you simply go to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. That's loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. Subscribe and join us on our live shows. They're 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there. What are rates on these deals?
Real easy. 7A, prime plus 2.5.
Prime plus 2.5.
Yeah, there's a little wiggle room in that, but that's a fair quote to tell everybody. And then
somewhere in the 10% range. Then is that where that would be?
9.25 as of Friday.
9.25. Okay. All right. Let's see. I presume if we refer to Kelly, we are 1099, or do I need an LLC? Oh yeah. Will you pay 1099 to somebody who refers you a deal, or do you want them to have an LLC?
I will pay to you. I'll pay to your wife. I'll pay any way you want to get your check.
You have no problem in paying people, is what you're saying.
I don't have a problem paying. It's one check, though. I will tell you that if a broker comes to you with a deal and they want a point, and it's one pay. If you get 30% from me, I'm going to send you a check for 30%. How you share it with all your friends is up to you.
Okay. And that answers Jeff's kind of question. Is like, what's reasonable? Like, if they just refer a deal to you, is that what you're like, whatever you can make on the deal, you're going to make, and then 30% basically you'll send to the referring originator?
That's exactly how it goes. It's okay. It goes like that. And I collect all your paperwork. If you want to be involved, I'll include you on every email. I was working with Angela. I've been working with her. I keep her informed about every 3 weeks or so. I called her up and I said, hey, we got an LOI. It looks like this one's going to move forward.
Okay, cool. And you can always call Kelly too to check in. She'll always answer your call. And let's see, Bill Rudy. So on a commercial building refi under $1 million would be 504, or 7A. Which would that be under $1 million?
I would try to get it for you for the 504, because the 504 rate's going to come in between 6 and 7%, maybe high sevens, but it will be a much better rate. If it goes 7A, then you're going to be up. But I would go for the 504.
Hey, can you do cannabis on SBA? I heard you could. No.
So if you're the person that owns the building that's leasing out, there could be a home. Here's the deal with SBA. They're called SIN loans, and you have to be really careful with them. Alcohol, exotic dancers, and cannabis. Anything that falls what they consider kind of gambling institutions, things like that. They're called SIN loans. It's not that so it depends how you own them. If you are leasing to them, perhaps I can get it done. If you're just the person that leases the building to them, maybe. And that would be on the cannabis side. It would not happen. And I could do
so you could probably finance the building, but not the business.
Right. They won't do anything that's considered old-fashioned kind of what they consider a sin.
Got it. Okay. All right. Is the referral fee 30% or 1 point? No, it's 30% of whatever they make.
So if I make real easy math, if we make $100,000 off the deal, you get 30% of the 100,000.
There you go. That's it. And you've got some big deals cooking right now, right?
Big deals cooking right now. The big hold, just in case, so any of you out there that I am working on your SBAs, big hold because we were closed down for 4 weeks plus. So
yeah,
all those loans are in line. Instead of closing in December, that's all pushing to January.
Yeah, yeah.
Which means all new docs on catching up with all bank statements and anything. We want to get them done before they ask for taxes in April.
And so Jeff is asking, how do we go after these deals and opportunities? You know what? Like in your talk to your realtor partners, because realtor partners are selling businesses like crazy. There are realtors that sell businesses. Businesses are for sale. It's in the MLSs a lot of the times. Businesses will be there. Just get the word out that you can help with business loans, help with SBA.
Right. I got a dry cleaner. You go into your dry cleaner and somebody's there and maybe your neighbor's like, I'd love to buy it. Man, that dry cleaner's been there. The guy's 82 years old and he's selling it because of health. Somebody was just listening and heard that they're dry cleaner and they're like, I want to buy it. And you can. That's how you're going to hear about them.
We put, hey, Jen, I put a PDF in the chat way at the beginning in the green room. Is there any chance you could download that and re-put it in the chat for people?
Yep.
So there's a PDF we're going to put into the chat for you guys right now. I'll make sure it goes out in today's email as well with a link that you can grab it. But it's just kind of a nice sort of bullet points snapshot of 5047A that Kelly put together for you. So if you do decide to tell realtor partners, hey, I can help with this, if you know anybody's buying or selling a business and they, you'll at least have some sort of, something in your head so you don't look completely oblivious to all of it, right?
It's a tough loan to talk about. So you can always say, hey, I partner with the girl. Let me give her a call. I'm not sure. The sooner we can get your customer on the phone to talk to me, the sooner you can take away any anxiety away from them about doing a commercial loan with one-click commercial funding. That's the easiest way to stop any type of, and it gives you credibility because you don't have to answer questions you don't know.
Right. You just say, I got an SBA partner. We have an SBA partner we work with. If you got any of that, let us know. These are great loans. They can help. And they'll be fine with it. Sure. Let me talk to your partner.
Amanda's the one that brought the dry cleaner.
Amanda did. Okay. Yeah, she's in the chat.
It was a pawn shop.
Oh, the pawn shop. Yeah.
Pawn shop. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
I can't get I got a dry cleaner yesterday too. The pawn shop, the bank wouldn't do the pawn shop. Pawn shop probably falls on a bank's eyes as a sin loan.
Mm-hmm.
Hence why that doesn't mean there's not a lender out there for the pawn shop.
There you go. What about nonprofits?
No.
Okay.
SBA does not do nonprofits.
It's all about the profit for SBA. Hey, but if you got nonprofits, let me know. You can go to workwithlulu.com. If you got a nonprofit, I can help with that. I'm probably just going to send it to Kelly, who can help with that as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just send it to Kelly. She can do nonprofits. You got to find the right place.
Right. It's just not an SBA loan.
It's not SBA. Yeah, just kidding. Okay. So, all right. Well, there's so many questions. All right. What about rehab loans on an owned property? You mean like an owner-occupied house that needs a rehab?
The answer on rehab for SBA is going to be no. They'll give you working capital. However, they don't cover like construction type things. If it's light rehab, perhaps if you have to pull out you're buying real quick. You're buying a restaurant and you have to put some kitchen supplies in the back and some fixtures like chairs and some new lamps in the front. Yes, they'll help you.
So Yumi saying it's a commercial property. Yumi, just reach out, go to workwithoneclick.com. Click the button saying you got something you'd help with right now. Workwithoneclick.com. I'll put that in there. And then Kelly will reach out to you. That's already in there. See, Gen Z so fast. Thank you, Jen.
Yes.
Saved me. Okay, workwithoneclick.com is in there. Video rental store with a secret door to a liquor store, cannabis shop, an exotic dance club. Asking for a friend from Jimmy Finance. Yeah.
Call me up. Where is it? Let's go.
Jimmy, hilarious. All right. Hey, well, there you go, guys. Let's call it a day. Kelly, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope it's helpful. Yeah, man, just reach out to Kelly for all that kind of crazy stuff, man. She does it all. She's
I want to know
with
if Jimmy Finance is taking that video rental store one of his It's a Wonderful Life gift baskets. That's what I'm thinking.
Right.
They might need one.
Exactly. All right, cool. Well, let's get out of here, you guys. Have a great day. We'll be back here tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you. Adios.
Bye.
Thank you, Kelly. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.